How to make a shrimp avocado sandwich. Cut this shrimp in half. Add our shrimp into our bowl. Avocado, celery, onions, salt, pepper, paprika, and garlic powder. And about 2 tablespoons of mayo. Lastly, some lemon juice. Give it a good mix. Let's stuff our sandwich.
Oh, let's make some homemade chicken nuggets. We're gonna use 1 pound of ground chicken breast, teaspoon of rosemary salt, a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon garlic powder, some white pepper, half a teaspoon, black pepper. Place in the freezer for about 10-15 minutes. Now we're gonna make our batter. We got a dry one and a wet one. Teaspoon of sugar, 2 cups flour, cup of potato starch, rosemary salt, teaspoon garlic powder, teaspoon of white pepper. Nice, Michael. For our wet batter, we need 1 cup flour, half a cup potato starch, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, teaspoon of baking powder, water, and 2 eggs. Whisk together so you get a consistency like this. All right, now we're gonna form our nuggets. Just like this. Coat it in your dry batter, and right into the pan. About 5-6 minutes each side. Make them look pretty. Very large. All right, we got barbecue sauce and ketchup. I'm going barbecue first.
Here's how I made this soft and delicious pita bread. The dough is 5 cups of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of yeast, and 1/4 cup of olive oil. I added everything to the flour, then I added water, which was 1 3/4 cup of warm water, mixed until really smooth. I had some warm water in a bowl at hand. I dipped my hands a couple times in the water and kept kneading the dough until I had a smooth dough. Then I put a tablespoon of oil in the bowl, put the dough in there and covered with a heavy towel and let it rest for an hour or until it doubles in size. After the 1 hour, I took the dough and turned it into about 2-inch balls. I rolled out the dough with the rolling pin. Then I put a non-stick skillet on the stove on medium heat, put the dough in there and cooked it for about a minute on each side. Once it puffs up, that's how you know it's ready and it's done. And there you go, some delicious homemade pita bread.
This one's for all my garlic lovers. This garlic sauce is literally made with garlic, water, lemon juice, and oil, that's it. Add half a cup of peeled garlic cloves and a pinch of salt to a food processor and blitz until everything is minced. Then with the motor running, pour in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and cold water. Then with the machine still running, slowly drizzle in a 1.5 cups of neutral oil like grapeseed or canola and puree until it's smooth and emulsified like that. This stuff is a Lebanese garlic sauce called toum. It's really good on a lot of different things. Highly recommend you give it a
This is the #1 selling candy bar in the world, and I'm going to show you my homemade version of it. We got 3 layers, and I'm going to start from the bottom up. The first layer is nougat, which is essentially whipped egg whites until they're soft and foamy. Then we're going to add in a mixture of sugar syrup and honey at a very high temperature. You got to let this mix for a while to beat some of that fluffiness out of it, but it should eventually turn smooth and glossy by the time you put it on a tray to cool. Definitely tricky to get this just right, but if you do, it should be soft and pull apart like this. Second layer is a mixture of caramel and peanuts, so I'm doing a stovetop sweetened condensed milk caramel. Let that cook down for a bit. Once it's got that nice brown caramel color, toss in those peanuts. Then we're going to evenly spread it onto a sheet pan to cool. Almost looking like a payday at this point. We're going to cut a block of this, layer it onto the nougat, trim any edges that might be sticking out to make it look nice and neat. It's starting to come together now. Cut them into bars, and the only thing left to do is cover them in chocolate. Don't be shy, really lather it on there. Give these guys a chance to harden, and when all said and done, I ended up with this. Looks pretty good on the inside. You can see all 3 layers. The main difference, I use dark chocolate instead of milk.
You absolutely have to make these loaded fries in your air fryer. Line your air fryer with aluminum foil and go in with some frozen French fries, 400 degrees, 15 minutes. After that, add some freshly grated cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and some chives. No measurements, go nuts. Put them back in for another 2 or 3 minutes. I just could not believe how good and easy these were. Like, comment, and follow me for more.
Let's make homemade McDonald's fries. But first, can I please get a large fry? Thank you. Oh yeah. Peel 2 potatoes. Boom. Slice horizontally, then vertically. Boom. Combine 1.5 cups of water and 1/4 cup of corn syrup. Dump in the fries. Soak for 30 minutes. Heat oil to 375. Drain. Dry. Fry for 2 minutes. Don't overcrowd the pot. Refrigerate for 15 minutes. Fry again at 400 degrees until golden. Look at those! So crisp. Finish with some salt. Homemade McDonald's fries. They taste the same.
Good night. Trust me when I say this is how you make a high-level steak. What better way to celebrate 1 million followers by showing you how I cook the best filet mignon ever? Now let's go! Temper 30 minutes and lightly cover in oil. Rosemary salt! If you know, you know. Sergeant Gilbert reporting for duty. Finely ground. Now roll the edge. Bring your pan up to medium-high heat. Little avocado oil and sear. Flip after about a minute. Stick with me. By the end of this video, you're gonna understand the technique. Now rest 2 minutes. Drop the heat of the pan to low and add 5 tablespoons of butter. When the butter's starting to foam, put the steak back. Constantly baste. Every 30 seconds, turn the meat. Keep basting. When it hits about 90 internal, rest 5 minutes. Drop some crushed garlic in your butter. Now heat back on, steak back in, and continue to baste. Drop in some thyme. When it hits 125 internal, blast the heat and baste for 1 minute. Now, one final 6-minute rest. Before we do the reveal, if you're getting value from this, please remember to like the post. And if you want to become a god in the kitchen, just hit that follow button. Woo! Oh my lord. You know I love you, and I'm out.
How to make chicken parmesan. To bacon, slice, strips, bacon in, heat medium, and stir till crispy. Remove, chop till it looks like this. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 4 cloves of sliced garlic, 1 teaspoon red pepper flakes. Saute until fragrant. Of crushed tomatoes. Season to taste with salt, small pinch of sugar. Add your bacon back and stir. Simmer for 5 minutes. Chicken breast. Just cut, open it up. Little book. Plastic wrap. Down and flatten it. 1/4 inch thick. All-purpose flour, 2 eggs, whiskey business. Your flour with salt. Mix together, get into the flour. Both sides. Then into your egg. Both sides again. Panko breadcrumbs. It looks like this. Bottom pan. Oil. About half an inch. Heat medium high. And your chicken. 2 to 3 minutes. Flip. 2 to 3 more minutes. Drain. Season to taste with salt. 2 cups mozzarella. 1 cup Parmesan Reggiano. Mix. Chicken. Sauce. Don't be shy. Cheese. Under the broiler. Oh yeah. Ooh, sheesh.
Depression meal check. What the fuck is this?
Did somebody want mac and cheese? Oh, we're making pressure cooker mac and cheese. It's better, faster, and homemade. 1 tablespoon melted butter. Half a tablespoon olive oil. Half a cup panko. 1/4 teaspoon garlic. Pinch of salt. Mix until moistened. 325 degrees. This is our topping. 1 egg. Half a cup, half and half. Whisk. 1 1/4 cup cheddar cheese. Grate your own, it's better. 1 1/4 cup Monterey Jack or pepper jack. Half a pound cavatappi. 4 cups cold water. Salt. Pressure high, 3 minutes. Put a towel on it. That way it doesn't make a mess. Drain. Return to the pot. Add the milk egg mixture. 3/4 teaspoon garlic. Half a teaspoon dry mustard. Jar 2 minutes on warm until the egg is thickened. Salt. Add the cheese. 4 tablespoons cold butter. Has to be cold. It helps to emulsify the sauce. Oh yeah. Panko. Parsley, because you're fancy.